I love all bitches, round, square, over bitches, itch, poor, slave bitches, smart, dumb, crazy bitches, true, horny, dirty bitches.
Alright guys, we have a new addition to our bank, and I will show you guys maybe at this inventory actually. But yes, I did buy myself a whole bunch of gold ores and a whole bunch of natures, which I was thinking about runecrafting the natures instead of just buying them. But I think I'll just runecraft whenever and then make all my profit. I want to see how far I can get without having to runecraft any longer, as far as buyables go. Because right now I believe if you get 99 runecrafting, you can almost afford all the buyables. But I've already got some experience, so as you guys can tell, there is all the gold ores and the natures I just recently bought. I bought the gold ores for 230 each, if you guys are wondering, and the natures for 220 each. Normally buying bulk, I think, kind of goes both ways. It really just depends on the buyer and the seller. If you're desperate to get rid of something and you have a lot of it, then normally you're going to probably want to sell it for a cheaper amount to someone. And sometimes if you're desperate for things, then, you obviously, if you get like a lot of it at once, then you'll pay more. For me, I normally pay more for bulk seeds, torstals, dwarfs, palms. Not really palms. I noticed I had like 100 palm trees already in the plants on this account, and I guess I made that like a year ago or some crap when I was starting to do the skills on this account. But yeah, it kind of saved me like 6 mil without even really noticing. I would pay for Jax to put the superheat down here. Imagine it being down here, just boom, boom, just click, 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 click. Oh, that would be so awesome. Although now with queuing, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Like, you literally can't mess up. And it also works like this for plank make, like I said, which I'm kind of curious to actually test out. I believe I googled the plank make thing on the old school wiki. It does say it's average at, or it's the best, I guess I'm going to assume, at like 166,000 mage experience per hour. So depending on that, I'm going to assume the average is probably like 150k an hour. But technically, you can't really screw up if it's queued. I mean, like, you can't really screw up something that's queued. Like, as long as you keep clicking, then it doesn't really matter. And I did a little bit of math as well, and it looks like you technically do break even at the moment from plank make. Considering making a video on it, you can do obviously more than just mahogany. You could probably do teaks as well for plank make, but I would assume mahogany is probably by far the best to do, just because people will buy mahogany planks for a pretty decent price. And the other ones are just not really worth it because the runes that you need to use are kind of a little bit too high for that. Well, I didn't get a chance to show you guys this as well, but I did get myself level 94 farming while doing my watermelons. So yes, there's level 94 as well, not too bad. Quite far from 95, but that honestly will take me about 2.5 days, even though I am running low at the moment on my magic seeds and stuff. And yes, I'm just doing a little bit of crafting right now on RS3, getting my dust that I need in order to get the crystal hatchet. I already had the pickaxe, I'm just working on the hatchet right now. I need like maybe 1 or 2k more dust, I think. But yes, currently my smithing is 64k till 70. Wouldn't mind getting level 80 for now at least. I'm trying to kind of round most of my stats, I think, to level 80. And then I'll work on level 90 and stuff like that. I've always been someone that likes to train my skills kind of evenly. Even if I were to go past 99, besides a few skills like maybe thieving and cooking and those typical like first 200 mil to go skills. I think Zarfot was probably one of the best people that had very, very even skills, and an unknown name, sort of unknown for most people probably, is Depleto, I think was actually his name. Depleto, something like that. But I think he's like top page 200 mil farming on RS3, and I think most of his stats were very close to 100 mil each. And this is way before the game even became easy. He had a pretty good chance actually at being top 5 or 200 mil all easily, but I think he kind of stopped playing a little bit after maybe the game got too easy or something. But yeah, that guy had a freaking B-stats account way back in the day, like 2012, 2011 era, I guess, somewhere around there. And there's 89 magic. Not too bad. Let's get anything for level 89. Nope. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time. All kinds of games in this bitch. Don't forget to give the video a like. Oh yeah, how's it going, guys? So, the progress has been real. So here's a little small slideshow you guys can see for the progress so far. Let me just move this picture over for you guys. There we go. 89 magic from doing the superheating. Got the 71 smithing, 72 in 73. And then I got level 89 fishing as well while doing some AFK stuff. I'm actually about 14k, or no, 18k experience now as well from 74 smithing, so that's not too bad. I also passed the 1 mil XP mark, which it's always nice to pass for each skill. And last but certainly not least, here is going to be level 81 agility. Not bad. Oh yeah, a new Slayer dungeon thing, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever even bother going back in there, but cool. Oh, and something interesting to talk about, as you guys see in my chat box. By the way, congrats to Brad Fordy on achieving 200 mil legit in old school. He is the first one to achieve it. Rank 2 is like 120 mil or something like that experience. Quite far away as well. That's about 3 months of like no lifing. But yeah, congrats to him. But one thing I was wondering was basically how much he made from agility. Just because agility is obviously profitable in old school, you can get Mark of Grace, and obviously they don't have much use besides getting yourself this, and then besides that, you just crush them with pestle and mortar, and they become tradable, and then you can make the stamina potions with them, and they're quite profitable. I mean, I'm not sure how much he spent on Silverhawk boots and the feathers and stuff like that. He probably lost about a bill or two, but he still profited. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon with the next little update. Current total now is 1893, so 7 more levels until the 1900 total. Not bad. I think we can definitely hit. I'm going to try to hit 2100 total, I think, before I start training Hunter. So that'll be like 2170, like the next 2 days I can get basically. So which means I'm only 100 levels off. But yeah, that'll be the goal, 2100 total without training Hunter. But like I said before, I'm considering just doing Tears of Gothics just because the low level Hunter is absolute shit. In fact, I think Hunter is probably one of the slowest skills at the starting. It's like level like maybe 30 or something like that. It probably takes the longest compared to any other stat. Besides maybe farming, but that doesn't really count. Yeah. What's up, guys? So in roughly 10 more ores, I'll be achieving something quite sexy. Here it goes. Right here. Bam. 70 mining. Atom and ore. I told you guys I'd work on 70, and well, there it is. That is how quick it can be done. Now, for my next few goals, I'm going to finish getting 82 agility for now, which, once again, is going to be the same level as my newbie account, so I don't feel like I've lost anything there. And I may consider training agility a little bit every single day just because it adds up over time, and you don't even have to grind out 99 agility. You just do a little bit every day. But yes, I may be returning back to mining a little bit later on just to get level 80 because that is a stat I would like to get to level 80, as well as many others like wood cutting and fire making. So, a little story. Yesterday, I saw a pretty good offer on the Zybez for U-Logs. Someone was selling 18,000 for 420 each. Most people were buying 400 each, 410, 420. So I was like, all right, perfect offer. I'll message them and buy all of them. They were a stingy bitch, so I had to go to their world, and I had to go to Camelot, which is like the obvious place where most people sell U-Logs and bowstrings and shit like that. So I went there. They put up 18.3k U-Logs, and you can probably already guess what happened next. I was doing some math with the calculator. I was typing in the numbers to pay them the money. They declined, and they asked me how many, even though I've already said I wanted them all. So you can already guess what happens next. They trade me again, and they put up maple logs. Now, I did report them, but I'm not even sure what type of shit that actually does. Like, I don't really know how Jax can tell that someone is trying to do item skimming when you're just in a trade. Like, I don't know if Jax has the availability, I guess, to track that. They probably can track what the other character was doing, but I don't know if they go that into depth of, you know, how they start banning people, which is one thing I really hate about old school. Like, does me reporting that person really do anything? Like, are you gonna actually look through their account to see if they were scamming me? I highly doubt it. But yeah, I basically just followed them right after, and I said while I was in the trade, I saw the maple logs. I was like, "You are pathetic." And then I followed them, and I said, "Don't move. I need to report you." And then they teleported away. It was fucking awesome. Oh look, they're actually online right now. I just added them back to see if they wanna. Hey, you still? Oh fuck, my chat's up. Let's see if we can do this. Hey, you still got U-Logs? Question mark. They probably don't remember my name. Anyways, long story short. The player interaction in old school is awesome, and we should definitely keep it. One more thing I did also get was level 95 farming recently. I am now 840k to level 96, which will take a little while. But I did also yesterday buy 100 magic seeds for 120k each. And I bought like 65 the other day as well for 120k. If you include the fact that I'm doing watermelons and dwarf seeds while I'm doing that as well, I think I have 99 farming bank technically. I have... How much more experience till? Yeah, roughly about 5-ish, 4.5-ish, around there. Yeah, roughly 4.2 mil. So I actually might have more magic seeds than I need, but I'll probably just continue trading farming after 99 just because I actually kind of enjoy it sometimes. These fucking fails, man. This goddamn agility course. But yeah, a few short-term goals, I guess, is everything on the right column right here. I want to get to level 80 plus. Smithing won't take long, obviously, and magic is going to slowly go up as well because of that. But this won't take long. This will take a little bit longer, obviously. Fire making will take like a friggin' hour or two, probably. Wood cutting will take probably about a day, maybe a day and a half. And I guess construction is one other 80 that I do still need to get. That's mostly everything 80. Thieving, that'll take a day as well. It'll take like no time. But yeah, soon enough, I should be probably 80 plus on my stats. Probably like another, I would say probably like another week or so in total, just because there are some skills that are sort of slow. Construction-wise, I'm still debating on if I want to do mahoganies or oaks. I know that, I mean, I could technically just swap money. That is my Skype, not yours. I could technically just swap money from my RS3 account if I wanted to, or a lot more of it. Fuck. My bad. I should probably put my Skype always on red, but I don't expect to get spammed. But as I was saying, I could swap money from RS3, but I don't really want to bother doing that. I can easily just make the money from runecrafting, but yeah, it's always going to be a hard decision to do oaks or mahoganies, just because mahoganies is much more relaxing and it is faster. Oaks are not too much slower, but it's definitely a struggle to do oaks the entire time. Maybe I'll mix it up, but I think planks right now are going up a bit, like 1,700 each. And I think oak planks are always like 450 to 500 each. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip with all kinds of games. Hopefully by then I'll have a few more stats near level 80, which does suck. The level 80 looks nice, but level 80 is very far from level 99 still. It's like 2 mil XP compared to 13 mil, so yeah, it's quite far still. But at least at level 80 I can do the higher level stuff for that skill rather than having to fuck with some shit like red sallies and all that crap for Hunter. See you guys in the next.